Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I think this might actually be the very last official video that I'm filming for the year, like a last official sit-down video here in my home before I go off to go visit my family for the next like 10 days or so, and then we come back and film for January. So this might be the last time that you see the Christmas tree in the background. Unless you're watching, actually I lie, if you're gonna watch my weekly vlog next week, then you will still see it because you'll have a couple of days left with the tree. But I am so sad to think that this year's almost over. I remember when this year first started and everything happened back in March, we were all like, oh my lord, this year cannot be any more ridiculous. It needs to be over now. And now that the year's over, it's crazy to think how much time has flown by. Oh my god. I feel like I didn't travel anywhere, but then I was chatting with Peter the other day that we've also been to quite a few places this year so far. At the beginning of the year, we got to go to Florida, LA, Montreal, and then I think we did Montreal twice more throughout this year. So it's been quite a great year for us so far. I can't really complain. I know that it wasn't the same for everybody. So my heart goes out to everybody who's been affected by all of the tragedies that have occurred in 2020, but hopefully 2021 brings on a much better future. Today's video, since I went on a little tangent, as you may have probably already read from the title, is going to be a 2020 to /2021 winter spring shoe trend. So I noticed that on my channel last year I did a top 5 must-have boots for the winter time. I found the video really great for me to kind of share what boots I need to have every single winter to survive winter. And then I realized that, like, although those are your quintessential boot styles and functional ones, there are some still really cute boots that aren't necessarily like needed to have for winter time, but are really nice to have. And I wanted to share with you some of the biggest trends for winter this year, so that if you guys are on the radar for some new boots, or you just haven't really had the chance to take a look at what's popular and out there yet, here's a quick roundup of the top 5 most kind of like trendy boots of this year. We're gonna jump right into it with one of my absolute favorites, and number 1 is kind of like the utility chunky boot. When I say utility chunky boot, I mean it has a more kind of like a utilitarian look to it. So these are my Bottegas that I purchased off of Essence. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you'll know I've been wearing these boots to death. They are my favorite ones that I own right now, and I get so much out of them because not only are they really cute, but they're really comfy as well. I also recently just filmed a shoe review for these boots specifically. I don't know if it's gonna go live before this video or after this video, but I'll remember to come back and insert a card so you can click on my review to get my full thoughts on these boots specifically. But I've been seeing these boots everywhere online. So I think Bottega released these out last year or the year before in this similar style, and they sold out everywhere. So they re-released them this year with like a brand new design. Some of them have those like clear soles on the bottom, and then I started to see this specific style pop up like literally everywhere. I'm going to link a couple of other designers and brands that also make this type of shoe down below in the description bar, along with this specific pair, so that you have a variety of price ranges to really work from, just because I know this specific shoe on its own is like $1,500 from Bottega directly, but you can get it also from other brands that are a little bit different in design but similar overall aesthetic and shape. It's like the utilitarian, I guess, workman looking shoe, and some of them are like $200, some are like $500. There have been like some $80 ones, so I'll give you guys lots of options to select from to find one that best suits your needs. But I like this style because not only is it so chunky and thick, it's gonna elevate your feet off of the snow and from the cold, but it's so simplistic as well that it kind of suits with every single outfit. I go through the whole like gamut of things when it comes to these shoes over on my review video, so you'll have to watch that one to kind of like get the whole understanding as to why I think these shoes are so practical and functional with like every single outfit. But so far I've seen that they match with like my girly outfits, my more kind of like functional utilitarian cargo style outfits, my jeans. It literally works with everything. So these are currently a huge trend again for this year. They were a blooming trend last year, but this year it's like all out in full force, and I really like them because I think it's also a super classic style that you can see extend and transcend beyond just this fall spring season alone. Similar trend, and I'm gonna put this back to compare with that one, is just the platform boot trend in general. So these are my Chloe Betty boots. I also have a review video on these specific boots as well, so I'll include a card up top so you guys can check that video out if you'd like to know more about these ones. But the platform boot trend has been around for a while. I remember last year and the year before people were really into the Doc Martens, and this year they're more into like the chunky heel trend. I don't know what it is in the shoe world over the past couple of years, but we've been like really loving the chunky look, whether it's like the dad sneaker or the boot. It's just chunky shoes all around, and I've seen like chunky platform sandals this year too, like those Chanel ones with like the thick straps over top that have like a thick sole. Everyone's loving these lug soles, and I do have to say, these are way more comfortable than just like a high heel in general. So I am totally down with this trend. But this is overall an appreciation for the platform shoe trend, like a thick, chunkier sole. I love these ones from Chloe because not only are they really, really cute and aesthetic, but they're also completely rubber and waterproof. And I tested it out the other day when it was pouring rain outside. I like that I can still look really adorable, but be protected from the rain. I have other rubber rain boots as well. And although they like are practical, they don't always look the cutest and they're not the most comfortable. But this is not a review video for these specific shoes. I just want to add that in there. This is just to mention that the platform shoe trend is still very, very popular for this year. There's so many different designs that you can get for these shoes. You can have like lace up ones, you can have combat style ones, you can have like really, really chunkier heels, or you can have these like super grippy heels, which will be great for the winter time. So I'm gonna link a couple of my favorite ones down below for you to shop. And I actually really like these, although these are much more of a statement shoe than the kind of utilitarian lug boot. These are more kind of very fashion trendy ones. So I wouldn't necessarily say that this would match every single outfit forever. They do have a very much more dated look to them. And if that's the case, then I would probably recommend getting a pair of shoes that don't cost you too much so that you can get enough wear out of it that once the trend is over, if you're ready to retire, you won't have invested way too much money into it. Although I personally believe in wearing my shoes like over and over and over again. So these ones will be heavy in my rotation from this winter and moving onwards into forward winters as well. This is the best way I could showcase this trend right now. I did order a specific pair of those boots, but they are currently in the mail being shipped to me, so I don't have them on hand to show you guys. And I wish I could have waited till they came in to show you, but I would really rather get a jump on this video and kind of give you an idea of what they are instead of waiting, because who knows at this point. Postal could take like a month for them to get to me because they're being shipped from Italy. But anyways, what I want to say is the kind of like big puffy snowshoes. So I have these white ones from Inuiki that I got I think a year or two ago. They are so freaking adorable and also so warm. It's like the elevated Uggs. I had so many pairs of Uggs in high school, and these ones are just like, ah, I could scream at how adorable these are. So when I said that I ordered some shoes online, I ordered 2 pairs of moon boots. They're due to come in within the next couple of weeks, but A, I'm not going to be here, and also B, I don't trust the timelines for deliveries right now because some of my packages have taken 2 months to get to me. So I'm just like, we're doing this video without these boots. But I'll include a photo of them here, of the ones that I got. I got actually 2 pairs because they have free shipping if you spend over $200 online. And the specific pair that I wanted was like $125, which is the white ones. So I decided to add a second pair, and I figured, you know what, I can always style these up in the winter. They're such like functional boots as well. They've been around for so long that I don't ever really foresee these going out of style, nor would I ever never want to wear them again. They're just great shoes to have all around in the wintertime, and they're definitely a little bit more out there when it comes to shoes because they're so thick and chunky, and they're not like your sleek, simple little black boot. But I just love the statement that they make, and I like that they can come back every single year. And like, plus après ski, like why not? They're so adorable and comfy. So yeah, I'm really liking that these are making a huge surge and coming back for winter 2020 and 2021. They weren't as popular last year. They've always been a popular fixture in winter fashion, and I think previous years it's been more of like a technical fixture. Like if you're into the whole ski culture, you were really into it. But now it's making a resurgence into the everyday kind of like mainstream trend fashion for wintertime. So it just, a lot of them are more readily available online. You can get the moon boot original style, which is actually really affordable for a chunky pair of like big boots. I thought that they'd be more expensive. I thought they'd be like $300-400, but like the base pairs are like $125, so I was relatively impressed by that. And I'll also include a couple of other designs that are similar to them that you can get off fast fashion if you want a much more significantly affordable product. If you're unsure as to whether or not this is kind of like a practical product for you, or you just want something cute to wear for this year and you're looking for a new pair of boots. So love these. I'm actually going to be bringing these ones specifically back to Ottawa with me. I actually want to get a new pair of Inuiki ones. They have some other colors, and our snow gets kind of dirty there because there's a lot of salt and sand that they use to kind of create more traction on the roads. So I think I kind of want to get a darker color so that if I get some dirt on these, they won't be as visible, because I have to be very, very careful with these white ones that I have, even though they're so freaking cute and comfortable to wear. Next trend that I want to share with you guys that is back in full force. This was an extremely popular trend from last year. Once again, I do have a review video for these specific boots. These are the Jimmy Choo Mavis boots. I purchased these last year, and they are well into being used for this year as well because I love the look of these. I think that these kind of like stovepipe knee-high boots are such a classic silhouette. These have been around for so long, and they had a resurgence last year, and they're still fairly prominent prominent in the fashion trends for 2020 and 2021 wintertime. So I highly recommend getting a pair of these. Even if you only wear them for like this year, I'm confident like 5 years, 6 years down the road again, they'll make a resurgence again. When I say classic, think back to like the 60s and 70s disco era. Like these were the quintessential boots back then. I just love how easy it is to slide these on. They create this very like, I don't know how to explain the look. It's like a bohemian, eclectic vibe to it, but you can definitely get different textures in them. So this one's like a croc print effect. You can get a soft leather. I have a pair of black ones from Marc Fisher that I wear all the time with like my everyday outfits, since this one's a little bit more of a statement piece. But I just love how seamless this fits into my entire wardrobe. It is a statement piece on its own, but at the same time, since it's such a classic silhouette, I can see myself getting a lot of wear over time with these ones, and they're so popular because you can tuck all of your thick, bulky jeans inside of them without worrying about them getting scrunched up and being uncomfortable on your feet. So I would actually recommend getting a slightly lower heel on these ones. These are decently comfortable. I can walk around in them, but especially if you're going to be walking somewhere that has ice and snow, you want to make sure you have the best grip. There is not that much grip on the bottom of these shoes. I actually brought these into my cobbler and got them soled to install a thicker grip sole. I don't know if you guys can tell from the bottom here, this where the color changes is a new sole that I installed. That way it wouldn't slip around and die on the sidewalks, because I made the mistake of walking outside in the ice with these, and ooh, boy, was that the worst mistake of my life ever. I almost slipped and fell, and you already probably know how scary it is to fall with heels, but to imagine slipping on ice with heels, that's just like PTSD of heels waiting to happen right there for me. I would never be able to wear heels again after that. So I actually want to get a similar design in a slightly lower heel. I've been looking at some ones from Aloha's and L'Intervalle, so I'll include a couple of different styles in the description box below so you guys can like pick and choose which ones you want. Obviously this one is a quite expensive style, so the other ones will also vary in price range to provide affordability for everybody that's into kind of like the stovepipe knee-high boot trend, the wide boot cut boot trend. I don't know what this is called, guys. Whatever title category I ended up going with at the beginning of this section of the video, that's what we're gonna call it. For the very, very last trend, I actually don't have a pair of boots on myself for these. I am currently waiting for one of these boots actually to come in the mail, so I don't have them to show you guys right now, since I mentioned that postal has taken quite a bit of time to get all of our packages delivered to us. But it is a cross of the lug boot and the rain boot, so it's kind of like a really wide leg stovepipe rain boot with like a thick lug terrain sole, if that makes sense. You may have seen these trending all over online. There is a really popular account, I think it's called Gia Couture, that sells them, that just exploded and everybody absolutely loves them. So I'm going to include a couple of different other options online too that you can purchase that are similar in style, because the Gia ones are directly from Italy and they often get sold out really quickly and you have to wait for them to restock. So I want to be able to give you guys options to choose from if you don't want to ship products in internationally and you want like a more affordable version. I really like these because it's more of like a softer tomboy look to the Jimmy Choo version that I just showed you guys. So it's a little bit shorter. It doesn't reach quite all the way up to your knee. The Jimmy Choo, like the knee-high kind of like stovepipe boots, have a very feminine, elegant trend to them because they're very sharp lined, whereas this kind of cargo rain boot has a more very boxy boyfriend feel. So when you immediately see it, most of the girls who wear these boots or anybody else who wears these shoes typically style them with a lot of oversized clothing because it has that like overall very nice oversized look. I love seeing people wear these boots together with an oversized dress shirt paired together with a sweater vest. It just looks really, really chic, and maybe like a super loose overcoat as well. So I'm loving these shoes and I kind of want to get them because they look extremely comfy as well. And I love shoe trends whenever they're not only adorable and beautiful, but also comfortable. I hated when like stilettos and skinny heels were in. I was like, oh my God, my arches are killing me right now. And I love my Stuart Weitzman nudist heels, but they are so painful to wear because the heel height is way too high. So if we could stay in like the flat shoe kitten heel realm for a little while longer, I will be very, very much enthused by that. So that is it for all the shoe trends that I've noticed for winter spring 2020 and 2021. Float around online and social media and on other digital fashion platforms. Let me know if there is a specific trend that I missed out in regards to shoes down below in the comments, and I'd love to hear which shoe trend is your favorite as well. I know not all of these are necessarily functional for winter because they're not really designed to keep you warm, maybe other than like the pillow shoes like the moon boot and the Inuiki ones that I showed you guys, but otherwise the rest of them are more like fashion statements. And I think I find this really fun to kind of wrap up and share all the fashion trends that I've noticed popping up online, so that if you guys are looking forward to doing some shopping to update your closet, you know which ones to kind of like steer towards and to how to style them. Let me know if you guys would love to also see more videos like this in the future for spring, summer, and fall shoe trends, because I think I've gone through and covered all of the must-have specific functional style of shoes for all those seasons so far. So I don't think I need to go back and reiterate them, because then that would just be a repetition of videos. But yeah, let me know which style was your favorite for winter and which one you already own if you have any of these ones. Thanks again for coming by and watching my video. If you guys want to see more of me, because if YouTube was not enough already as it is, you can check me out on Instagram right here. I also have a TikTok account which has a little bit more of like raw, nonchalant content if you want to see me kind of like off the cuff and not scripted. Not that this stuff is usually scripted. I literally just ramble my videos to you guys. But if you want to see more organic, raw content, you can follow me on TikTok. Otherwise, I am really excited to be taking some time off for the holidays. I think I'm going to take the first week off just to like relax and do nothing. Like no work and just chill. Yeah, I cannot wait for that. But otherwise, I hope you guys are having a very safe and happy holidays, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!